Hello, book lovers. It is Tuesday, the 23rd. Yeah, the 23rd of July, and I've decided to participate in an online challenge whereby you read 7 books in a week, and it's called the Reading Rush, and you can Google that or look it up on YouTube. If you haven't started, it's probably too late because you were supposed to start yesterday, the 22nd. But if you happen to have read a book yesterday, go ahead. Anyway, there are 7 criteria. And anyway, criteria number 5, which I read on day 1, is read a book with a non-human character in it. And I read The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein. And this is about 10 years old, I guess, so it's nothing new, but I hadn't read it yet, and I'm fond of dogs and reading. And I have on no makeup, and I have on my jammies, so there. But anyway, a brief synopsis. A young man in his 20s, I guess, adopts a dog. And not long after that, he meets a girl and falls in love and gets married. And 8 or 9 months later, they have a baby girl. And the dog observes all this. Of course, he can't comment because he's a dog, which leads to frustration on his part. And it being a book, things don't always go happily ever after. And the wife gets an unfortunate brain tumor and passes away. And the rest of the book is sort of the repercussions of that. But there's a lot of wisdom in this little book. It's not just the dog observing. Anyway, I want to read you some of these tidbits of wisdom. I think I can probably do that. The dog believes that when he passes away, he's going to be a person in his next life. He says, "Here's why I will be a good person, because I listen. I cannot speak, so I listen very well. I never interrupt. I never deflect the course of the conversation with a comment of my own. People, if you pay attention to them, change the course of the direction of one another's conversations constantly." Anyway, I've observed that, and I've observed that to be very true. Often I will, interject a topic of conversation, generally something that's on my mind or bothering me, and it's almost as if the person listening is listening only to be able to think of what they might say next, and change, and bring the topic of conversation over to themselves instead of me. I have some more to say about that, but I'll save that for another time. Okay, this is chapter 18, and it's really beautiful. In Mongolia, when a dog dies, he is buried high in the hills so people cannot walk on his grave. The dog's master whispers into the dog's ear his wishes that the dog will return as a man in his next life. Then his tail is cut off and put beneath his head, and a piece of meat or fat is placed in his mouth to sustain his soul on its journey. Before he is reincarnated, the dog's soul is freed to travel the land, to run high across the high desert plains for as long as it would like. I learned that from a program on National Geographic Channel, so I believe it is true. Not all dogs return as men, they say, only those who are ready. I am ready. That just touched my heart so much. Let's see. There's some here toward the end that are really good. A winner, a champion, will accept his fate. He will continue with his wheels in the dirt. And this is a racing metaphor. He will do his best to maintain his line and gradually get himself back on the track when it is safe to do so. Yes, he loses a few paces in the race. Yes, he is at a disadvantage. But he is still racing. He is still alive. So that's, with dealing with the blows that life gives you. Anyway, those are some little tidbits. I don't usually read tidbits, and I hope it's not illegal, but I really thought you would like it because This little book is full of profound things. So anyway, if you like books where dogs are the main character, or books about racing, or just really, really good fiction in general, I would highly recommend this. See y'all next time, perhaps tomorrow. Love y'all. Bye.